Good evening, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me today, who I'll join. I pray that everybody's well, and I pray that God bless you according to his will. Today, I'm going to talk about who is God. A lot of people don't know who our Father is, but I'm going to tell you who he is. Who is God? God, on Acts 17, 24, 28. The God who made the earth, world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temple built by hands, and he is not served by human hands as if he need anything, because he himself give all men's life and breath and everything else, because he created everything in the world, even us. We didn't create it ourselves. You know, why I did this is because I was on social media last night, and this person had made a comment and said, I was, in the verge of committing suicide, but your channel saved me from doing it. And I keyed in, no, God saved you for doing it. God worked through people. No, people didn't do nothing. God do it all. God do it, not people. So you don't get God glory and honor to nobody but to God, because God is a jealous God, and he wants all his honor and praise. So no, human being, no, I don't get nobody no honor. I don't praise nobody but my Father, because he the only one deserve my praise. Genesis chapter 2. He described himself in human terms as resting. Genesis chapter 3. God is described as having presence, making sound, walking, and being able to be seen by Adam and Eve. He can be who he wanted because he's a spirit. He created the whole world. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the end of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. Revelation 22:13. I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Colossians chapter 1:16. For by him all things was created in heaven and earth, visible and invisible, where there's forms or dimension or rulers or authority. All things were created through him and for him. Who is God? God is spirit, love, truth. He is the creator and overseer of our lives. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4:23. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. 1 John 4:8. Because how we gonna say I don't love you. I don't want to do anything with you. I don't love nobody. Well, then, how can you love God when you don't love your brothers and sisters? It ain't so, people. You can't love God and don't love his creation, because people is his creation. And God knew us way before he put us in our mama womb, because he said, I knew you before I put you in your mama womb. So we was already created. So because we living in human form, we not human, we spiritual being, but living in a human form. So God created us, and he created the whole world. So I don't know why people come where I don't believe in God. People so transparent that they want something they can see and touch. But man, I tell y'all missing out. You're missing out when you don't want to get to know who God is. God is awesome Father. He is the best Father you ever want to have. And then he loved us so much, he sent his son on this earth to die on the cross for us. That's love. There ain't no greater love in the world than the love we have from our Father. So when you think that you don't need him, you don't want to be a part of his family, hey, that's your loss. Because God is a good God. He the best Father you ever want to have. He the best friend you ever want to have. He a friend indeed. He would never turn his back on you. He would never go and gossip about you. He would never tell nobody what you tell him. And he would never, ever manipulate you. No, he not that kind of God. Because whatever he do, he going to always do what's best for his people. God love us. And he want us to love each other and take care of each other. So we got to always be mindful when we say, well, I don't love you. Well, if you don't love them, you don't love God. And that's the way it is, the bottom line. And if you don't ever want to get to know who your father is, who the creator of the world is, then you must, hey, and people don't want to go to church and get baptized, don't want to be saved, and they don't want to accept Jesus as God's son, then you're going to hell. Hell will be waiting for you because you cannot go to heaven. If you deny Jesus, hey, you can't get to the Father, because the only way you're going to get to the Father, you got to come through his son. You got to believe in his son. So people need to be mindful of things that come out of their mouth. Now, if you want to be Satan's children, you don't have to accept Jesus, God's son. Go to hell. Let the fire burn your little butt up. That would never go out. But I know who my father is. And I am writing the book of life. He is my father. And it's sad when people don't want to accept that God is who he is and Jesus is God's son. It's really sad when you all you got to do is pick up the Bible and read for yourself. Do you know the Bible say, show yourself approval by reading the word. Read the word of God. He wants you to get to know him. He wants you to build a closer relationship with him. How are you going to learn if you don't read? And how you understand if you don't go to church and the pastor teach you who he is? Go to Bible class and Sunday school. You can't learn on your own. You can't even drive a car without rules. They set up in the street. Stop, go, yield. You follow the world rules. Why you can't follow God's rules? Why you can't be obedient to God's word, but you don't be obedient to the world? It just don't make no sense. Pick that Bible up and read. Go to church. Go to Bible class, Sunday school. So that's all I have to say. I'm not going to just bang that on your head because, hey, I'm just kind of help somebody build a closer relationship with God. I can put it out there. You can take it and receive it all you want. Hey, it's up to you. I'm just good. I'm doing what God tells us. He said, go out and tell people. We all supposed to be doing this because he already commanded us to do it. I'm just trying to be obedient. That's all I'm trying to do. So like, share, and subscribe. Pass it on. Help somebody else. God love you. And I love you too. Peace out. Sisters and brothers, have a blessed day. And I pray for you. You pray for me.